I'm here with the ever iconic Veronica Taylor, the voice of Ash Ketchum, probably the first anime character most people out there ever saw.
True.
As well as several Pokémon I see on your wonderful banner.
I did. Thank you for having me on your show, by the way. This is so nice to be here. We're at Fan Expo in San Francisco, and it's, as you can see, gorgeous weather, gorgeous inside,
Yeah.
so thank you. I played Goldeen, Diglett, and my daughter and I played Centrin.
Okay. Oh, your daughter got involved with it.
Yes, she did. She was very small at the time.
And I actually didn't know you played May as well.
Yeah.
And Nico
mom.
Robin. And Ash's mom.
Mm-hmm. The good thing about having a banner is that you have like all these characters that as you're waiting in line or you're passing by, you remember.
Yeah.
You get kind of catapulted back into your own childhood nostalgia.
Yeah.
Things.
Oh, then I got kind of a Diglett question.
Okay.
What do you think Diglett looks like below the ground?
I'd never thought about that.
As the expert.
Wouldn't you know what would be great is that if Diglett is just like a hot dog looking thing, and then underneath the ground is like Stretch Armstrong, but
He's like real muscular.
Yeah, but he can stretch a bit, but not enough to get outside of the ground.
Like he's real.
He's stuck
he has
in the hole.
he has no bones, so he
That's
needs
it.
the dirt to support him to
That's
move
it.
through.
So
He's
he
all
can
muscles.
He has to go down and move through,
That-
but then
that-
he can't get out because his arms are too big. So that's what I think.
That is
Yeah.
hilarious. So okay, what was the process of becoming Ash Ketchum, this iconic role on the Mount Rushmore of most people's anime lists?
A very boring answer because it applies to every character that you play. In this case, we watched a tiny clip of the show and then had to get a voice that was the closest to, in this case, Rika Matsumoto's voice for Satoshi. And then we just auditioned. You're reading the script and trying to come up with what a 10-year-old boy might sound like. That's how it is with everything that you audition for. You get sometimes a picture, sometimes a couple lines of description, and then you get the script and you just fill it with one or two choices of how you think they might sound. And that's your job as an actor, is to envision it as if you already have the job.
Yeah, so anime hadn't really super taken off. It was starting to.
Yes.
What was your feeling of like, okay, we got this show coming over from another country, you know, you have Dragon Ball had already come over, you had Speed Racer, a few other shows.
Right.
Did you think that this was going to be just another one of those shows that kind of comes and goes, or did you know this is something special? It's going to be going for 30 years.
Yeah, I couldn't say that. I was just happy to be cast in it. I didn't really think of it as this anime show. It was just a really cool, fun cartoon. I was working on some anime in New York. I actually didn't know about Dragon Ball at the time.
Oh, really?
In my sheltered life, I did watch Speed Racer and Kimba. Those shows, but I didn't think of them as Japanese. I just thought of them as cartoons.
Yeah.
So I didn't really know about anime per se until later.
It's been a weird distinction the last maybe 15, 20 years where it was cartoons that happened to come from Japan and now anime is its own genre.
That's right. And also even for Fan Expo, we are the anime actors, and then there's the animation actors, and then there's the face actors. So there's still, people still do delineate between those genres.
Yeah.
But I think, you know, as an actor, you either are acting and fitting the lip flap, or you're acting and kind of creating scenes that they animate to later. So you're bringing the same skills to it. You just have to kind of really be 100% in the moment. So I don't know. Sometimes I think people feel that anime actors don't deserve as much credit as someone who's working on, let's say, a network cartoon. But I think the work, from my experience, the work is equal. You know, you still have to bring all your talents to it.
Yeah. I've talked to Steve Bloom, and he said the same thing because he's done a lot of dubbing, and it's hard because you have to find a way to make it work in a language it wasn't animated to, and you have to still make it your own. A lot of shows, like I'd say Dragon Ball Z is one of those shows where Goku's anime voice and English dub, very different voices. I watched Dragon Ball Super for the first time.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that sounds like a 60-year-old woman,
Oh, interesting.
Because it is. It's a 60-year-old woman playing his character. She's been playing him since he was, little Goku in Dragon Ball. And I can see how it could be a very difficult line of work, but very fulfilling as well.
Yeah, and sometimes the parameters are stricter where they really want your voice to be very similar to the original. Other times you don't watch the original, you just kind of fill the space. So they're all challenging. When we worked on Cubics, that was South Korean, and so when you are speaking that language, there's an open sound at the end of the sentences. So a lot of the lines had to be tailored to having an open sound because everything opened, the sentences ended rather than. So interesting, tiny little things. Like
have you seen things change now with like the introduction of computers being able to like modify the lip flaps more?
Not
or do
the
they
lip
just
flaps,
still?
But you can modify yourself. Like if you're running through something and you realize in this tiny part it needs to be longer, they can stretch it a little bit or pop you in to just record that bit. So with Pro Tools or whatever you're using, you can move things around. But they're not, for the most part, they're not fixing the lip flap.
They're keeping that's sacred. That's
that's just what it is. And it's too time consuming, and none of these shows have big budgets. Hardly any budgets, so they don't want to pay you or someone else to like finagle all of this or to be like really thinking about the lines. They just want you to work hard, work fast, and get in and out.
Well, I want to be respectful of your time, so I have one more quick question for you.
Sure.
Besides Ash Ketchum,
yes,
who has been your favorite character to play?
I have many. I'm really excited to be part of the Sailor Moon family. I play Sailor Pluto now, and the show is really great. The movies that we've done are great, but really the fans are so wonderful. And the same for Pokemon. The people that I've met through all of these years have made Pokemon what it is, I think. It's just, everything is a thing. But people feel so deeply about Pokemon and Sailor Moon. Yu-Gi-Oh! I think Dragon Ball is the same. Like, people are so dedicated, and it has hit their heart in a different way. And so it's the people that have made them so popular. And so the fact that I get to be at a convention and really chat with people. I've seen kids when they were 10. I've seen them now with their children. Like, it is a really cool, amazing honor that I have.
I mean, that's me. I was 5 years old when the first episode started airing, and now I'm my 18-month-old. I'm putting Pokemon on for it. You must learn the classics.
Yes.
So
that's amazing.
It's been really fun sharing that with you.
That's so wonderful. Best of luck to you. 18 months old.
Yeah, with a second one on the way. Thank you so much for your time. Have a wonderful day.
Yeah, you too.
It's been a lot of fun.
Coming here. Nice meeting you.
Gotta catch them all.
Yeah.